Welcome to Timely Contract, real property, real solutions. My name's Art Mackenber. This is the fifth in a series of Timely Contract educational videos. In this video, we'll discuss the first attorney phone call. Now, as experienced attorneys, you no doubt have done your share of client intake interviews. You know how to spot a good matter, good clients, and know the red flags that signal trouble. The material in this video is meant to alert you to aspects of the first attorney call that may be unique to Timely Contract. If not unique, then critically important to the successful implementation of Timely Contract's limited scope legal solutions. As has been said many times, the first attorney call is held within 2 business days of receipt of an order request. These timely appointments are best scheduled by email. However, in a busy law office, 2 business days can fly by fast. If you are nearing the end of 2 business days after the order request was received and the call has not been made, a call placed during the best time to contact you field on the order request will suffice. Be sure to leave a message with the date and time if the client doesn't pick up. Before the phone call, review the order request. Review the goals section of the order request, especially so you understand why the potential client is seeking legal assistance. Also, take a cursory review of the attached documents to have a general idea of what to expect. It's Timely Contract best practice to record every call. There are plenty of free services available if you don't have this capability already. It's important to get a service that records longer than an hour because some intake interviews can be lengthy. When the potential client gets on the phone, your recording service may require a standard announcement stating that the call is being recorded. After the announcement, introduce yourself and explain that the voice recording is necessary to memorialize the conversation and that they will receive a copy. State the date and who's on the call. If a potential client doesn't want to be recorded, politely end the call. This is the type of red flag indicating the client most likely has something to hide. So be on your guard. Send them a copy of the recording anyway and keep one for your records. Next, review the order request form with them. Say something like, "Mr. Smith, your goal indicates you have a question about the attached signed contract. Tell me more about this. Why is this a concern?" Get the potential client to tell their story and their reason for seeking legal assistance. Take the goal as stated in the order request with a grain of salt. Ask open-ended questions and make sure you do an adequate job issue spotting. Once you think you understand what's going on, verify your understanding by reciting it right back to them and then ask, "Did I get it right?" Don't move to the next step until you've gotten verbal agreement that you understand the precise nature of their concern. When you've reached this point in the interview, you should recognize whether the legal problem presented is amenable to a timely contract solution. If it is, continue with a timely contract fee agreement. If not, just move forward with your traditional fee agreement. At this point in the interview, I usually bring up the Timely Contract fee agreement on my workstation and type in the scope of service directly into the file I will send when I get off the phone. As I write it up, I can read it to the potential client so that when they receive it, there's no surprise. Next, to a discussion of fees. Now, hourly and advance fees are based on market rates that are determined by you, the TC certified attorney, for your jurisdiction. As a practitioner, I wait until a potential client brings up the issue of fees before discussing them. If the potential client doesn't bring them up, they're memorialized in the fee agreement. It's Timely Contract best practice to mark up your standard hourly rate by 10%. This compensates you for making room in your busy schedule for Timely Contract legal work. However, how much markup you charge is up to you. There have been times when I doubled my fee to accommodate a particularly aggressive client time frame. For properly motivated clients, double the rate is a deal if it means closing a transaction. With regards to advance fees, the advance fee should cover all fees for the majority of Timely Contract clients. The client who gets a refund at the end of legal work is always a happy client. The rule of thumb I use is to charge 4 times my hourly fee for TC review solutions and tier, and then 8 times my hourly for TC drafting and tier plus. Now, you may find your ratios vary, but these have held up in the Pacific Northwest. As a timely contract best practice, we recommend you use Adobe e-signature for fee agreements. The convenience of the e-signature is that clients don't have to print, sign, scan, none of that. They just electronically sign and send it back. I was apprehensive at first about this solution, but I found it to be at least as secure as other methods, as well as much easier and faster. When you combine e-signature with online payment processing, you could conceivably have a signed fee agreement and advance fee returned to you in minutes after the call. Once you have finished with the fee agreement, it's time to recap the call for the potential client. Start by explaining the problem identified, the solution recommended, and reasons why this solution is recommended. If a TC solution is recommended, explain that the legal work performed will be in strict accordance with the scope of service. Any legal work not included in the scope of service is specifically excluded to save the client time and money. However, as a courtesy, if something legally concerning is found outside the scope of service, an amended fee agreement would authorize you to perform that work if requested. Next, verify the timeline for service. It's critical that all parties be crystal clear on the due-by date for the deliverable. For TC review and TC drafting, the timing of the due-by date depends on how fast the client returns the signed fee agreement and advance fee. Get your calendar out. Say to the potential client, today is Friday the 9th. If I receive your signed fee agreement and advance fee on Monday the 12th, you'll have your TC review on Friday the 16th. Does this work for you? Unlike TC review and TC drafting, tier and tier plus solutions require due diligence documents in addition to the fee agreement and advance fee before legal work can begin. If not included with the order request, these documents may need to be ordered. This adds a degree of uncertainty in determining a due-by date for tier and tier plus. To address this uncertainty, use a reasonable receive-by date for the documents. You might say something like, to start your tier analysis, I first need your signed fee agreement and advance fee. When those are received, I can order all documents related to your parcel from the county recorder's office. County documents typically take a week to receive. Today is Friday the 9th. Assuming I receive your signed fee agreement and advance fee by Monday the 12th, I'll order the county documents on the 13th. They should arrive at the law office by Tuesday the 20th. That means you can expect your tier analysis on Monday the 26th. So remember, the due-by date is based on when the law office receives your documents for review. And then you say, I commit to letting you know when the county documents are received, so you'll have a firm due-by date as soon as I know what that date is. Does this work for you? Now, once the potential client understands the timing of the analysis, it's time to wind up the call. Verify the address or location of the property, their mailing address, and email address. Remind them that you'll be sending the fee agreement momentarily. If they do not receive it, they should check their junk mail and spam folders or call the law office. Finally, ask if you've answered all their questions. Is there anything else you need for me to move forward? Remember to thank them for their time and their order request. End the conversation by saying, I'll watch for your fee agreement and advance fee so I can get started right away. That's the first attorney call. Next in our video series is TC Review. Timely contract, real property, real solutions.